Stop chasing, man. Y'all get on in here. How y'all feeling? What's up, man? Happy Wednesday. Best Beezy. What up, bro? How you feeling today, man? What's going on? What's going on? Forever Free, how you feeling? She said, I'm grateful for new beginnings. We love it. We love it. How's your week been going so far, Forever Free? You feeling good? And Forever Free, are you like a fitness trainer or instructor? Liz, how you feeling over there, Liz? Good to see you. You said you're feeling good on the job and complete control of your life. There we go. I love to hear it, Best B. How's the Best Beezy, when does the home construction start? When does that process start? That's dope as I don't know what, by the way. James, what's going on? You said everything to be grateful for and feel truly blessed. Love it. I'm grateful you had the opportunity to go to the Bahamas with your family. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. You got to drop some pictures in the group, Liz. You got to drop some pictures. Dr. Natalie, how you feeling over there? Happy Wednesday. It's good to see y'all. What else we got in here? All right, yeah, we're gonna get into it. Not a whole. Well, I'm not gonna say not a lot of stocks to go over today, but the sentiment is pretty much gonna be the same for most of the stuff that I review today. I'm really seeing the market in a place where we need to exercise extreme patience. I'm not gonna say caution, right? Because I'm not saying like do not take a trade, do not enter. But we definitely need to exercise patience because there are some shifts that are happening right now. And sometimes when we're in the middle of a shift, we get caught up in it, right? Sometimes you don't realize how big a wave is until it's like right up on you. You see it coming, but you don't realize like the impact until you're like all up in it. So we want to be patient to make sure that we can maneuver as necessary. All right. So I'm gonna get into all of that in just a second. Again, I like to always set an intention for the day. My intention for the day is that we are content. So that simple word, contentment, right? Not needing to get into something, being completely content with where we are on and off the charts, not needing anything, being able to recognize when something is for us, and if it's not, guess what? We cool, because life is beautiful. You know what I mean? So again, continue to put what y'all grateful for in the chat, man. I love to see it. I love to start off the day just in that vibe. You know what I mean? Also, I got to let you guys know if you're new, welcome. All right. But this that we talk about here, anything that I say on this broadcast is not financial advice by any stretch. Okay. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Anything I discuss is not me advising you because I'm not a financial advisor. All right? Any results that we refer to, whether it's me, whether it's somebody in TPC, they're not typical and they vary from person to person. So there's no guarantee that you will make money in this game. There is risk involved, and you must do your homework and your due diligence before ever taking an investment or buying a security. All right? Also, y'all, look, if you are looking for a trading home, right? You just out here. You know what I mean? You just doop, hitting buttons by yourself. Doop, doop. And ain't got nobody to hit buttons with. The Prosperity Collective might be what you've been waiting for, right? It's a community of people that's just doing beautiful things in life, elevating in every aspect of life, and also coming together to trade the market, right? Looking out for each other. Like we like a squad, right? Like somebody might see something I don't see. I might see somebody that, something that somebody else doesn't see. And the goal is just to make sure that we all are getting money. We all are, getting to a place where we can live our lives freely. All right. So if that sounds like something that, resonates with you, then, the link is in the description of this video and any other video. Now today, we're just going to go over the market. But look, I'm looking at the views right now. Love it. Y'all keep on coming in. But as you come in, the entry fee is a doop. Just one doop. And here go the beautiful thing about the doop, right? The beautiful thing about it, about the like, right? You only got to do it once because you can't do it more than once. You only can do it once. And it's not like this. Look. If you like mine, it's not you can still go like somebody else's if you want to. It's not your only like. You see what I'm saying? Like you get enough. It's not like you're not like, damn, I gotta waste my only like on this dude. It's like you'll get replenished. You'll get another one at any video you come across. So you don't gotta be so like, oh no. Especially if you still here. If you came and left, then I'm not talking to you and you can't hear me. But if you can hear me and you're not stooping it up, I don't know what's going on with you. I feel like that feel kind of weird, right? The likes help the page. They help it helps the message get to the people that need it the most, right? When you see likes and comments on a video, Instagram is like, you know what? It's some other people that need to see this. This guy might be on to something, all right? So if you can do that for me, that's the only thing I ever ask. I truly appreciate it. All right, let's get into some of these charts. Doop, you already know. Cortez, what up, man? James, how you feeling? You said everything to be grateful for. And okay, cool. Alchemist, what up, man? What's up with ARM? I have been gone for 4 days. Yeah, ARM is cooked, sauteed, fried. It's poached. It's scrambled. It's roasted. It's toasted. It's boiled and broiled. You see what I'm saying? Just giving you a bunch of different ways that it's cooked. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Took an L on that. Oracle, I'm still up in. Have that out until June of next year. So that's I'm gonna continue to ride that wave. We'll talk about what the market's doing in just a second. The Oracle from last week, remember we took profits on those, but the runner got stopped out. So, that's the situation with that. With silver, I am still in until September. So, riding with that, I can give you guys an update on the percentage on that. When we get into the Prosperity Collective today, but I'm still holding silver securities, like equities, I should say, and in that swing until next month. Everything else though, y'all, I'm holding my horses on, and we'll get into that in the broadcast. Q, what up, man? Jacusa, how you feeling? All right, Liz got NBIS, Google ARM. Okay, nice. Daphne, how you feeling over there? Doop. You already know when y'all come in what to do. Genesis, what up, man? Marcus, what up? No. What I'm saying is that it was a recovery. It's been a recovery effort since last week. So, anybody that got out. But like this, the way that things started off Monday and Tuesday, if depending on if you had a stop loss on, then, you would have got stopped out at whatever that was. If you swung it and your stop loss was more than hit, it doesn't just take you out. So that's the thing about swinging. It's like you can have a stop loss, but the way, however it opens up is how it opens up. It doesn't take you out. Say your stop loss is at 20%. It's not going to take you out at 20% overnight if it gaps down. You're going to go all the way to where it takes you. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, the stock is just a dud. The market completely turned on those, on those setups. So again, it's just a loss. There's nothing more to that. Let's see. So yeah. Just got finished running 6 miles and cooked them like eggs. What you talking about? You said you cooked like eggs. What was you talking? Eggs you was talking about? Just finished a running mile and cooked like them eggs you was. Oh, I'm like, what is you saying right here? Okay, yeah, I feel you. That's dope though. Where did you run to? Did you were running in the city? What's going on? Huge pre-market. You said L had a huge pre-market run? Or are you saying Elf? Bull flag for the day. We can look at it, but RV, confirm with me if you're talking about Elf. Because I think that you might be trying to say Elf. You said EL. Just confirm with me. Track workout? Okay, nice. You said you love that I'm up at 5, dressed for success, and teaching us how to change our lives. Hey, I'm happy to hear that, brother. Yeah, man, we locked in, man. We locked in. Appreciate that. Estee Lauder. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll look at Estee Lauder in a second. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. So I'm gonna flip over to the charts. One thing I do want to say, like I said when we first got on here, we are in a space in the market where things are shifting. Okay. So when things are shifting, it is like smart of us to decide to just kind of like wait to see. In a moment like this, when you see 2 days of setups getting blown, it is not smart to still be like, oh, but the setup. You understand what I'm saying? If you see setups get blown back to back, the best, because that's the thing about, it's almost like, think about when something is going in a certain direction and then there's like a sudden stop or change of directions. There's usually some sort of sacrifice, right? I'll give you the real world example, and then I'll give you the example of what's happening in the market. So like if you are running, say you running, I don't know, full speed. You was running on the track today, so you know what I'm talking about. Say you're running full speed in a certain direction, and then there's danger in that direction that causes you to immediately turn. Now that danger is what it is. So you can't keep in that direction. You got to make the turn, but you might hurt your ankle in the process of turning, but you got to do it. You see what I'm saying? You could be coming up on, I don't know, you're driving, right? I was coming from Sedona, seeing a bunch of accidents this weekend, right? You're driving, something jumps in front of you. A car jumps in front of you. You swerving could cause you to possibly bump into something else or even veer off the road. But guess what? There's an immediate threat right there that you got to get away from. So you are risking something else happening by trying to avoid that thing. So the point that I'm making is that in the market, L's are unavoidable. And there are times where you have to feel the L or get the L to understand that there's a real danger, right? So when you see something happen, right? You see something happen with a stock of yours that looks a little bit off. You're like, all right, let me wait a little bit longer and see what's going on. And then you get to a point where it back to back does not do what you want it to do and starts to break structure. You have to say, okay, hold on. It's blowing up, these setups. If they're getting blown up back to back, I can't just jump back in and say, okay, there's a setup. There has to be a time in the market where you just kind of be like, hold up, all right, I've already kind of like, I've been the sacrifice. Let me step aside and really see what's going on here. So even today, like we're gonna go over some setups today, but I want you guys to understand that there is a shift that is taking place right now, and we are not sure. If you look at a lot, I can't stress this enough. We've had, and this is not fear mongering, right? I'm not trying to get you guys in a fearful energy. I'm trying to actually do the opposite. What I'm trying to do is get you to a clear space, right? Where you're okay with just being like, let me see what's going on real quick. Every day is not about taking a trade. And I'm really gonna show y'all that I didn't take a trade yesterday, right? Today, I more than likely will not take a trade. I'm still gonna be looking for some things, but there is something that is taking place that we're not quite sure of yet. So when the market is reversing, sometimes it doesn't just reverse. What it will do is sometimes it'll give you, it'll break a structure, then it'll give you hope, and then break that structure further, and then it might give you even more hope, so that you almost feel like, hold on, it didn't work the last time, so it got to work this time, and then it'll yank it again. So you have to like have like a little window where you like, you know what, like this might be a good week to kind of vacation from the market. Like I'm still here peeping the scene, but it may not be the best like time for me to put real money at risk. Say this was the start of a correction. I'm not saying it is. Say it was the start of a correction or a bear market. Just say it was, and we didn't know it, right? It would be like 3 times the pain if we never took that time to just observe and let it do what it does. If we tried to stubbornly stick around the entire time or stubbornly take something the entire time. So that's all I'm saying. All right. So let's get into it real quick. Again, as y'all come in, hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. And we're gonna flip to these charts. All right. So right now I got silver pulled up. Again, I'm still rocking with silver. For the next about 2 to 3 weeks. I'm just looking for it to come to about $62. All right, 62 to 64 bucks would be all right with me. It is currently sitting right here at a fair value gap, and it's bouncing off of that fair value gap, off the top of that fair value gap. So we will continue to watch it. It's also bull flagging, so we should see a nice little breakout on on silver. All right. So just want to make sure y'all see this right here. All right. Push up, pull back. All right. Bouncing at the top of this fair value gap right here. If we can get a break of this bull flag, we will more than likely see it push up higher and get into this fair value gap here, which will bring it to our target. So with the time frame that we have remaining on silver, this looks like the most likely scenario. Real simple. If it breaks out of this bull flag, stop loss. Real simple. All right. Because that would be a breach of this 21 EMA and also the structure of the bull flag. All right. That also opens the window for these fair value gaps below to get filled. But again, the likelihood of this happening, I believe, is lower than it going up here. All right. Because of the open interest. So that silver, that's about the only play that I really trust right now. It's also coming off of a double bottom, right? So when you look at how far it fell, it found a bottom and it started making its way back up. And this is just a pretty justified pullback, right? We're talking about at the 21, it's pulling back, forming a bull flag. This looks like a normal pullback. Again, it is still holding the 21 and it's up this morning, creeping up on 1%. So this is all good news. All right, so we're gonna stick around and see if silver can start to make a little bit of a run over the next few days to determine if we do want to hold on to it or not. All right, let's see what y'all got. Do you have any long-term leap to get into now? There are some things forming K2, but I'm just going to call you K2 861. There are some things that are forming, but not just yet. I do appreciate you, Liz. I do like AMD long term. I do like Enphase long term, but again, we have to. I really just want to be patient to see exactly what the market is doing right now. Oh, this is a part that I kind of diverted from earlier. I was saying, I just completely distracted myself. But what I was saying earlier is that a lot of things are first, right? Like usually July and August are very, very like strong months for the market. August being even more stronger than July, coming off of a strong month, right? It's supposed to be like July, it's like the 1-2, and we're not getting that. All right, so we're pretty deep into August too. We're we closer to the end of August than the beginning at this point. So it's like there are some things that are like not going as planned just in the market in general. So to me, what that means is just like, okay, like a lot of the things that we're using to make the normal predictions of the market continuing up, like they're kind of just like one by one not showing up, right? You start looking around, ain't nobody show up to your, to the party you thought you was having. And that's kind of like what's going on right now. So we got to just sit around and see, right? Listen, I like to profit. I don't know about y'all. Like, yes, trading is cool for a lot of reasons. It changes your life. It teaches you something. It makes you a better person. But I am not in this game to lose money. You feel me? That's not what I'm here for. If I wanted to lose money, I think there's way better ways to do it than to, like do it this way. I mean, there's so many ways. You could donate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go gamble it on a team. Real easy stuff that doesn't require mental capital, right? Doesn't require you to think, and you know what I mean? Like, there's so many other ways. So I'm here, right, for all the benefits that come with trading, but let's be honest, we are all here to make money. That is what it boils down to. So if you see me kind of like falling back, trust me, I've been doing this for a while. It's like you want to fall back. You want to just trading every day. Hold on, how about this? Let me ask y'all this real quick. And look at silver going crazy, by the way, y'all. Just in that little bit of time I was talking, it just popped 1% and now it's up 1.8%. All right, we should have a crazy day in silver. But anyway, I want y'all to feel me on this. All right. Okay, like, answer this question for me. Do you believe that the market is the same every day? Just answer yes or no in the chat. Do you believe that the market is the same every day? Do you believe that every day is going to be like a great day in the market? Do you know the split of how many green days there are to red days in a year? This is also something that a lot of people don't consider, right? Obviously, it changes whether you're in a bull market or a bear market, but it's still pretty close. It's still pretty even in terms of the amount of red days to green days. So what does that mean? That means that it's only so many times that it can go green and be going green before you're hit with some red. And sometimes that is going to be unexpected. And sometimes it's going to be longer than you expected, which could set up for longer green days, but you don't know if you're in a cycle of consistent red days. You don't know if you're in a cycle of something, changing directions for an extended period while you're still trying to, go in a direction that the trend is shifting out of. The only way that you get out of these type of moments unscathed is to just be like, yo, every day is not a good day. Like, really drill that in your head. Every day is not the day to do something. You see what I'm saying? Like, every day is not the day to go launch something. Just because of just how the world is, or how the world may receive certain things on certain days or in certain times. Every day is not the day to trade. Every day is not the day to go outside and I don't know, like skate or snowboard. Snowboarding and skiing have seasons. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like just understanding that every single day is not a great day will kind of put you in the mind frame of like, okay, like we might be in a little short season or like a little interlude right now where we should just be chilling and observing. Because here's what happens when it's not a good time or it's potentially not a good time and you are still forcing what it can do. This is where people get bad taste in their mouth about the market and start making up stuff about what the market is. One thing I have noticed, yes, the market does do new things all the time. Just like just like outside, there's always like some sort of record being broken with the weather or whatever. Some people call it global warming, but I'm like, well, I do, there is some things that need to change about that, right? We're not gonna get too political, but records are broken all the time. There were records that were broken, in the 20s and 30s, and then some that still have not been broken. But there may be some new record that was broken, that's in a different category or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like every day is just not the day. Is the whole point that I'm making. And if we can just be cool with that, you'll be able to survive the moment. Now, again, like I said, I talked about this yesterday. I'm not trying to breed, like fearful traders, but brilliant ones, right? Smart ones that just know when it's not the day. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, for a quick second, I thought that was a smoke alarm. I'm like, cause y'all notice y'all don't hear the smoke alarm. Y'all notice y'all don't hear the smoke alarm no more. But I'm hearing something outside, and I think it's just the trash people. But I was like, hold on, I'm like, is that train beeping again? But yeah, it's out there. So, but yeah, we locked for today, y'all. All right, let's get to these charts. Get back to these charts. Again, silver's going crazy, y'all. I really like what what we got, brewing with that. All right, so silver, that is the main thing that I'm watching. I'm gonna look at some things that y'all put in the group. Ash Cash, what up? How you feeling? Nice time. What's going on, man? Absolutely no. There we go. Okay, see, I know. Y'all feel me. Y'all already know, man. Chandra, how you feeling? Doop! Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get them up. All right, let's look at MRK and let's look at L. All right. I know I've been talking, y'all. Oh, wow. Did L have earnings? Forecast fiscal sales, 3. Okay, adjusted operating. Okay, yeah, they had earnings. All right. Well, yeah, nice pop. They are outside of this range that they've been in. So what I would do is I would use this range. So 92.50, top of range. I would use that as a way to determine just retest area. So it's above it right now, but I'm curious to see if it wants to come and retest this range or even possibly pop back into this range. So use this as a way to determine if it truly does want to go in the bullish direction. The way that you would do that is to, like I said, see how it tests this. If it tests here and it fails to go lower, this is a great line in the sand for a continuation to fill some of these fair value gaps. So the way I would play this is I would sit back for the first 15 to 30 minutes of the market, see what it wants to do. And then if it pulls one of those, at a normal pullback time, like a half hour into the market or an hour and a half into the market, it pulls back, I would wait to see how it responds to this. This is the line in the sand. If it breaks below this line into this range, I wouldn't necessarily be so trusting of it to the upside. Now, if we get some sort of breakdown here and then a reversal here, then I would be interested in, looking to, to take it to the upside. Time frames that I will focus on, 15, 30, and 2 hour on this. All right. 15 minute, 30 minute, and 2 hour on this. Right. I would look at the 15 minute orb. I would confirm on the, on the 30 minute. I would drop down obviously to a lower time frame, 3 minute or 5 minute, to get the entry. Right. Once the rules of the orb have been, revealed. And then, the 2 hours, what I would kind of use as the guide. Like I would drop down or go up to the 2 to see if there's any traffic. and it looks like there is traffic. So what we could do is break above this early, right? It looks like it's doing that right now. Like when we first started looking at it, it was like 11%. If it breaks above this early, that's a good thing because we got that cleared out. Now all we need to do is just come back and retest this area, and we might have ourselves a nice bull flag on a 2 hour. All right. So if it can get through 96, 10 or 9, let's say 96.25, I would trust a pullback after that because we have already gotten rid of the bearish order block. All right. If we fall from here and then retest and this order block is still intact, well, guess what? It's going to be there again when it pushes back up. So it's another area that you still have to worry about. So I like a breaking of this bearish order block. I said order block, and then getting a pull back. I was trying to say them both at the same time. To a bull flag, and then looking for some sort of entry on this. So again, the 92.77 is the line in the sand. Just keep that line there and use it to make decisions about L. All right, but L is definitely looking looking rather bullish today, coming off of earnings. All right, so I'm liking that. Let's go MRK. Good call, Liz. Let's go MRK, see what they got going on. All right, again, I appreciate you guys joining. If it's your first time, welcome. All right, every morning, 5 a.m. on the West Coast. Sometimes it might be 5:05. Sometimes it might be 5:15. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you, but 5-ish. I'm gonna be on live, going over pre-market setups, providing you an opportunity to get a first look at what's going on in the market so that you can get in there and make some money. Also, if you are looking for a trading home, the Prosperity Collective might be exactly what you're looking for. All right, the link is in the description of this video and all my videos. And if it resonates, click the link and go for it. If you need some proof about what's going on here, just firstly go watch some of the lives, compare them to the market, and then second, go read the testimonials that are just plastered all over the links. Right? When you click that link, you'll immediately see what we're about. You'll immediately see the rating. You'll immediately see what people in the Prosperity Collective are saying. All right. So I got MRK pulled up. MRK, man, wow. Man, isn't it just incredible what MRK has done since we first started talking about it? Right? Remember, all that stuff happened with UNH, right? That was a pivot point for this particular sector. When UNH's CEO got killed, that was a pivot point for this sector, and it sunk so crazy. Then it started to form these cup and handles and all these other bullish patterns over the course of about a year, and it really, really, really took off. People that stayed in leaps in this loved themselves, right? We caught this multiple times, and it's just incredible to see it at 144, which is even higher than what we predicted from when it fell from grace. All right, so we had a pullback yesterday at this fair value gap, but we are gapped up this morning at 144. All right, and I'm looking at this on a 2 hour, so let me go to the 1 day so you can see where the gap is. All right, huge gap. Blew up the setup yesterday. Some people might have took this as it coming down. Blew up that setup yesterday. All right. And I believe we are at all-time highs, if I'm not mistaken. At least highs in a very extended period. Let me see. I believe we are at, yeah. See, y'all see the cup and handle right there. Remember I just told y'all about that. We were catching bodies on this for so long. Look, do you see this? Do you see how every target is hit? Look, all this stuff been here, y'all. We done had this, we done caught this and drew this out. Look, we had the falling wedge here. We done caught all this stuff. We was messing with MRK down at $75. This a double up. All right. So beautiful playing on this. I think that this can continue to run. Right. I don't see why not. We, all-time highs, a strong earnings. It may go into just, price discovery mode and just continuing to try to find new highs. And at some point, it will find a price that the market feels is justified. All right, so it coming off of this, there could be some momentum here. Remember, the premiums could start to get crushed. So do be careful if you decide to take this. I can't, again, when there's earnings, y'all. I love that y'all catch the earnings, but y'all got to understand that my answer is always going to be the same when it comes to earnings, right? When there's an earnings gap up, there's no longer a setup that I can be like, oh yeah, this is about to do that. It's like it gapped up, especially when it gaps up over like highs. There's really nothing that I can tell you. Anything that I tell you is going to be like pure theory, right? Like, okay, it may run like $3 to $5 because of how it's priced. Usually when something's like over $100, right, it might be like $3 to $5 that it may move before having a significant pullback while it's making new highs. And it's also no way to determine how many times it's going to do that. But $3 to $5 increments for something that's, between 100 and 200, 200 and, 400, it might be $10 increments, right? And trying to find that new price. So there's nothing like set in stone that I can tell you about how to play MRK. You just have to, watch it to see whether it wants to pull back or not. But there's no technicals above these levels. We're talking about all new highs that it's finding. And, we don't know exactly like how that's going to behave. If you want to take a counter trade, do watch for some sort of signal of reversal, but it would need to close on the daily. I would not trust a reversal signal to take a counter trade on something coming off of earnings the very next day. All right, that just wouldn't be smart. All right, the trend is your friend, so you don't want to disrespect it. All right. So MRK could be cool, but again, this is something that we just gotta watch. I can't just give you a random number because it's making new highs. All right. But MRK, I wouldn't be surprised if it did continue to the next psychological level, which would be 150. But is it going to happen today, tomorrow? Your guess is as good as mine. All right. But keep in mind, you can just go ahead and put that on your chart now. Just put 150 on there and just be cautious. Put a little note, be cautious, because that might be a place where, reality sets in for MRK investors. And they're like, okay, I think, we made a decent amount of money, especially when you just look back a year. It's like we've doubled our money. You're going to have a lot of investors that are like, okay, this has gone far enough, and they're going to start to take profit, which could lead to a significant pullback. So just something to keep in mind. All right. You said look at ARM. You like ZTS. Mr. Benson, appreciate you. Thank you. That's great. It's back. I was able to swing it overnight from the plane and got okay. Nah, for sure, RV. You said Marvell blasted off. Okay. All right. Y'all coming in here with them things. Okay. All right, so let's look at I'm gonna look at Amazon. I'm gonna be here for like 5 more minutes. So I'm gonna look at Amazon and ARM. All right. So we'll go, matter of fact, let me go ARM real quick, because I think that if my intuition serves me correctly, y'all are saying that because it's doing something. All right, yeah, it is doing something. So it's popping up. Yeah, y'all, it's out of the bull flag. Like with ARM, again, I'm gonna continue holding it because at this point it doesn't really like matter too much. It only can go up. So there's still time left, and who knows? Like a stock like this could move pretty crazy. It all depends on what comes through the pipeline. So. I've already accepted, a loss on this particular stock, but again, like I tell y'all, the way that we lose is like, it's not a big deal because of the wins, right? So if this does go to a loss, I'm completely okay with that, which is why I'm fine, just completely just waiting it out. All right. It could have been it could be some sort of bear trap that's taking place, and this thing could fire off and go up here. Like it is not unrealistic for in a 2-day stretch like ARM to go like $60. It could happen. It's happened before, right? It's happened before because you can see it right here. It's literally done it to the upside and the downside. Just look at the candle sizes and compare them to the ones over here. It's absolutely done it. So again, I'm cool with we're waiting it out. If I look a little bit deeper into this particular play, this particular investment opportunity, I like where it's at. It did create a hammer yesterday, and it did gap down. So it is pretty likely that we start to fill this fair value gap right here. All right. So like I said, I like it. It may even be something that's worth taking an intraday position. This will allow you, if you were in a longer term play, this is sometimes how you can hedge against a play that may have gone against you, right? So if a play that may have gone against you is slowly recovering, you can close the gap of that by seeing exactly what's happening in that same stock and taking a closer like trade, right? Or leveraging the opportunity that you see intraday. You see what I'm saying? So there are definitely ways to make up for losses by entering new trades when the loss that you were in finally decides to turn the corner. So you may be down on something that may not be able to fully recover itself, but a new entry on that same stock, once it gets its act together, could close the gap and make up for that. So that's a strategy to think about. I will guide you guys through that on the call today if that opportunity presents itself. All right, but ARM does look pretty strong this morning. It does look like it wants to reverse, but again, y'all, we do want to approach the market with caution. When we get a little hint or a little clue, we may not stay in plays as long as we normally would, right? So there could be a lot of tricks in the market, and guess what? When the market is doing things like this, we got to get tricked. Sometimes you got to be like, all right, you got me, because it can be detrimental if you wait too long in a play during a time like this. So like I said, I'm going to be slow to get into a trade. And if I do get into a trade and it's showing me hints of it not working out, like it's retesting a level one too many times, I'm going to go ahead and bow out, because I know how dangerous things can get in times like this. All right. So that's ARM, ZTS, and Amazon. I'm going to look at it. Again, y'all, as y'all come in, man, hit that like button for your boy. Hit the like button for your boy. All right. Doop. That's all I need. Okay. One may say that it's a bull flag. I do not think that this is strong enough to trust just yet, y'all. We got this huge fair value gap down here to fill. There's not enough support here for me to be like, oh, it's reversing, it's going to go up. No. In a time like this, we need way more confirmation to want to go to the upside. Now, again, I know that there's times where it's like it does work out. This could work out. Okay, I don't want to hear people being like, oh, well, you said it didn't have strong enough support and I missed out. What I'm saying is that anything can happen in the market, but it doesn't mean that it was a good choice. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, this could drop $20 today. It could push up $20 a day. It's not likely, which makes it not a good choice to try to guess in that direction, but it could happen. I've seen some things in the market. I'm like, there's no way that can happen. It's like, all right, watch. It didn't happen. So again, it's not a good, I don't think it's a good decision to bet to the upside on Amazon just yet, because there's just no confirmation. But it could have a strong day today, and then it could fail tomorrow, right? It's so many things that could happen in this space that it's in right now. What I would be looking for, though, for the more likely scenario, is a break below yesterday's lows and a continuation into this gap. It is, as you can see, below the 200. It did close below the 200. All right. It is opening slightly above the 200, But again, a failure of that again would show you that this really wants to come down. We can't ignore this big, this big gap right here, right? This is definitely something that it may be seeking. All right, so Amazon, I wouldn't be too quick to again. A lot of times people set their sights on this number right here. They wake up in the pre-market, they turn, they flip their computer open, they be like, oh, it's up. It's gonna be a green day. I gotta get in. This number, I want y'all to understand, means absolutely nothing. So when we do this pre-market analysis, we are just going over like, okay, we're seeing some momentum in the earlier part, but I always try to get y'all to understand this number means nothing for the day. It means absolutely nothing. Things could change unless that number is much bigger, right? If it's gapped up, then obviously it's looking like we've made the move and it may want to stay on the bull side. But even then, it could. Almost lost y'all for a second. ZTS. Yeah. This is another healthcare company. Y'all know what my answer is gonna be about this, y'all. It's range bound right now, so I don't like it. It's range bound with a bearish order block right here, so I don't like it just yet. Because I'm looking at this for the first time, I don't have enough research to be able to intelligently speak about this. But just from a pure technical perspective, I can immediately see that this is range bound, right? It's staying within this short range. I can also see that there's a bearish order block right here. So it could be running into some traffic right here if it does have a little bit of a run today. All right. I can also see that there are some huge opportunities for this to fill these fair value gaps up here and even make its way back up to the 200 by, a breakout. Right. So to me, from a technical perspective, right, we could put a trend line right here. Right. So we are clearly in a downtrend. Had a 90-degree angle fall, right? Just a straight fall. I could definitely see this, being something that is an opportunity, but I got to look into the fundamentals. I got to see what's really going on with this particular company. Yes, it's in a space that is recovering, and it looks like it's low key, like not performing with some of the bigger companies in the space. So that might be a little alarming as well. But I can look into it right now. Like I said, it's up. It went up yesterday. It's up today. I don't know much about it. I do see that Michael Burry backed it. So that could be where some of the hype is coming from. But I would like to do my own research. I don't care if Warren Buffett said go get into a stock. I still want to go do my own research to see if it's something that I like. All right, I'm lying. If Warren Buffett said get in it, I get it. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all see what happened at Google. I ain't gonna lie. I get into it if he said it. But yeah, that's ZTS. Again, like I said, it doesn't look like anything that I would get in right now, but it could definitely be an opportunity with a retest of this 21 right here, so or 200 right here. So I will be keeping an eye on that. Let's see. We can look at mRNA, and then I'm mRNA, and then I'm gonna hop off, y'all, because I gotta go get this watch list together for y'all. But again, man, shout out to y'all getting up every morning, getting to these opportunities. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Wow. Moderna popped so crazy you can't even see it on the chart for real. God, Moderna overnight went from 62.96 to 117. Imagine just buying shares and waking up to almost double your money. Imagine having leaps in this and waking up to maybe 30 extra money, depending on when it expires. Imagine swinging this. just to this weekend or to Friday. Wow. Yeah, I listen, I ain't got nothing for y'all on this one. What I'm gonna say? It's up 80%. What I'm gonna say? It's even higher than the gap that it made back in 24. It's above that level. It filled that. What I'm gonna say? I have no idea, y'all. This is unprecedented. We just gonna have to watch this and see what it does. If you want to play some sort of size for zero because you think that this is going to continue to pump, then that's something that you can consider. But I mean, wow, I don't got nothing for you. This thing is pumping like crazy, 100% damn near. I haven't seen anything like this like in a very long time. So yeah, no, I don't have a play for y'all on this one. I don't have a technical. It's broken 3 bearish order blocks. It's closed the gap all in one day. This is, I would say I can definitely guarantee you this though, there will be FOMO for sure, but there will also be people that are rushing to get out of this. I promise you. There is nobody that is in this right now that is not sitting at their computer 22 minutes early, already ready to hit the sell button. It's no way, because you're never going to see this again. It's no way you come off of a 90% overnight gain and think that you're going to stay in that any longer than the moment that the market opens. So we will more than likely see a steep drop, but it's still a toss-up because the FOMO, buyers could completely replace all of those people that are selling out and taking profit. Are they getting in late? I absolutely think so, because 92% is just insane. But again, who knows? We will see. Will the profit takers overwhelm the people that are interested in buying this, the FOMO buyers, into a point where it pulls back significantly? Or are there enough FOMO buyers to drive the demand up that the price keeps pushing? We will see. We will see. All right. All right, that's what I got, y'all. You said cancer news? Oh, they had some breakthrough with cancer? Okay. I'm gonna look into it. But that's crazy, y'all. Let me flip back to y'all. That's a crazy play. When you see something like that, that's like, you can't do nothing but just put your hands up and be like, man, I don't know what to do with that. If you were in it, God bless your soul. You got it. You waking up to a bag, you might not want to trade for a few weeks. You know what I mean? You waking up to a major bag, you might want to just take profit, close your laptop, and just sit back real quick and just think about it. All right? But I would not chase this. All right, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all have a beautiful day. For those who are in the Prosperity Collective, I'll see y'all in a little second. For those who are joining today, I'll see you in a second. Get ready to come and learn and grow. All right, for everybody else, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And look, remember, invest smart so that you can live free. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.